Yes, after a year of getting to the point where my channel is monetized, which means I can earn a little bit from the videos I make, YouTube have taken that all away. And that's all the revenue I generated so far I can't get to at the moment. And for the time being, the channel is completely demonetized, meaning that I'm not earning on any of the videos at the moment, including this one. So before I get into that and explain what's going on, let me just introduce myself. My name is Kieran Hughes Jones. I'm an antiques dealer and I run taliesinantiques.com, and that's what this channel is all about. It's about antiques and my journey as a dealer. I try and show you what's happening, how I'm trying to run a business, how I'm trying to make a success of it, but I also try and make it entertaining to those people who are enjoy antiques, like learning about them, appreciate the quality and history, and to anyone who is hoping to maybe make a profit out of them. I try and show good things to buy and where to sell them. So what's happened then? So last week, my channel has been monetized for about a month now, and you don't actually earn a lot of money from these videos. It's kind of a pittance. Every 100 views you make, I think it varies, depends on the type of videos you make and how many, how long people watch them and all that sort of stuff. But it's about 20 to 50p per 100 views. It's something like that. So it's not a lot of money anyway. And after having it active for 30 days, it was just a nice little bonus to make these videos. I just got a message through saying verification required, and I couldn't complete the verification process. And as a result, they've suspended and stopped all monetization and made the case that I can't actually claim anything that's happened. So here's what's gone on. The verification issue was because when I set up a Google AdSense account, so if you want to take the revenue in, you have to have an AdSense account. This is all fine so far. And the issue was that my AdSense account was set up as a organization as opposed to an individual, which is what it should have been. So as a sole trader, I should be down as an individual. An organization would be a limited company. And the verification process I couldn't pass as a result. We're asking for documents that only an organization, limited company would have, and I couldn't provide them. Tried to just get across, looks like there was a mistake. Can I just be put through as an individual? And the impact of that was, and well, the answer back was, the only thing you can do is cancel this account and set up a new one. But the problem with that is that it takes 32 days before you're allowed to set up a new account. So for 32 days, the account is suspended. They wouldn't give me a guarantee that it definitely would be fine in 32 days time either. So that means I'll have to see how things are looking then and try and set up a new account. But in the meantime, all the demonetization is gone. I don't know what's going to happen with that revenue that I earned beforehand. It might still be sitting there ready for me to claim back. I think it's about 130 quid. I think that's about it. I can't even see anymore what it is, but I think it's about that much. And yeah, we'll see what happens. But there we go. Now, for anyone who's new to YouTube or getting to that point where they want to monetize, there we go. Learn from my mistake. Now, one thing I will say is that it was my mistake because I did have the option to choose it, but it was pre-populated as a field. And I know that because I tried to set up a new account with a totally different email address, and it happened there as well. Basically, when I was going through, it automatically populated me as a organization. I think it's because I entered my URL, my website address, and as a result, it thought I was a organization. But it automates it. So the only way I would have to have gone into it manually and changed it back to individual, which, yeah, I should have done. I should have spotted it. I'd gone through the process too quickly. But it seems like a big rigmarole, doesn't it, for one little error when you're signing up. And from the research I was doing, it's happened to a lot of other people as well. So I don't know. You make up your own mind. Is there something funny going on there where they've done it deliberately? Who knows? But obviously, it's a bit frustrating. So I thought I'd do a video just to highlight that to everyone, let you know what's going on. And I want to talk about what that means as well off the back of that. So I'm going to do a video today where I'm going to go through my website as well, because I've done a relaunch of the website. So I do want to show you what's happening on that side of the business. And hopefully, it influences a few of you to go and check it out, even if it's just going to have a look at a few of the pages. There's plenty to see on there. But I did have a think about over the weekend what I'm going to do with the channel, because to be honest, part of me did think about, well, let's just not make videos until this is sorted. As I said, you don't earn a lot of money anyway. These videos do take a lot of time to prepare. Even one like this, where I'm just sitting talking to the camera, you do have to kind of get the concept together in your head. You then got to film it, make sure you're happy with what you filmed. Then you just got to edit it all together, upload it. It just takes longer than you might imagine if you haven't done this before. So you do start wondering, well, what is, I've got a business to run. Anyone who runs as a sole trader knows that, I worked full time, kind of 9 to 5 job for, I think it was about 12, no, probably about 10 years. So I know what the 9 to 5 grind's all about. But running your own business is different because there's always something to do. So you never really switch off that much, especially when you're at the stage I'm at, where you've got, you're still relatively new and you're still trying to build something. You've got a long way to go. So yeah, when you start when I start thinking about the videos, I got to think, well, I'm using that time to do that. Could it be better spent doing something else? I've decided that no, I'm not going to stop making the videos. They do add value. I do get a good rapport, and I do get a lot of people visit my website off the back of the videos. So we're going to carry on as normal and hope that this just gets sorted out in 32 days time, and whatever financial hit there is, we'll take it. Now, one thing I am going to do is I have started exploring other ways to earn from content. And I've started looking at, I've already set up a Patreon channel, which is free to look at the minute. If you want to head over there and just subscribe, that helps. But I am also going to look at potentially doing a Substack, and I might even, when YouTube is sorted out as well, add that to the mix and have some form of membership going on. So what that will entail is additional videos, more things which are related to the business and educational, which you pay a small fee per month. And off the back of that, I'll make sure I deliver a lot more content and make that a very good, valuable subscription to set up for. So watch this space. Another thing I've done, I haven't done this up to now, but I'm going to now. I've set up a buy me a coffee link, which will be in the description if you want to use it. Totally up to you. And you can send me a small donation if you're, donation, what a horrible word to use. It's not a charity. If you think you can help me out with it, then I'd appreciate that. The link's in the field. So there we go. I'm going to stop asking for money at this point, and we'll get on to the rest of the video. So yeah, I'm going to show you my website. So those of you who don't know, I have had a website now for, how long have I had it? I think it's coming up to 2 years now. So it'll be 2 years early next year. And for the first year, I had this template that I'd been using, and a style. I actually haven't got any pictures of that now. It's in my older videos if you want to go back and have a look. Recently, I asked my developers to give me a complete revamp because I wanted to have a bit more of a professional feel, and I wanted it to be a bit more welcoming, easier to use, and for people to get a better sense about me rather than just products. That was the issue I had with it before. If you went on there, it was kind of just straight away, here are the products, do you want to buy them? I've sort of layered that back a little bit and given you a bit more introduction into what I'm about and what I'm interested in when it comes to antiques. So what I'll do now is I'll share my screen. We'll have a quick guided tour of the website, and then we'll just finish off and talk about what videos I'm going to be doing over the next month whilst I'm earning no money from them. Okay, let's have a look then. So I've never done this before, where I shared screen like this. So I'm actually on my laptop, but I got my camera set up. So hopefully it's going to work all right. So I've just gone on my website. First thing you'll see if you click on there at the moment is this Christmas discount offer. So over the Christmas period, I've decided to do a code for £5 off on any item. You just use the code Xmas at the checkout. Now, I got items ranging from £10 upwards. So that £5 offer is actually quite a good little deal there, I think. But it's just as a thank you to everyone. I've had a lot of support across the board, YouTube, social media, and with the website. So I thought that'd be a nice little gesture for Christmas. So you just close that off, and then we'll go on and have a look around the website. So first of all is the color scheme. Now I've gone with a white background. Now I did some research around e-commerce and how things should be positioned on the website. And the general feeling from a lot of experts in the industry was a white background is what you want to kind of make your products pop a bit more. So I changed it to that. It before was this color blue that I got in my logo. You got these pictures. There's a grinning guy there. Not sure if that's a good way to keep people on the page, is it? But you got here just some photos from my workshop, and just showing you just some of the types of products that you will see on the website. You go down, a little bit of an introduction from me where I'm saying thank you for joining and just what the website is around. So I don't try and be just another antiques dealer, just puts items in front of you and kind of gives you a price. Do you want to buy it or not? I want to get across that I am passionate about these items. I love the stories they tell. I pick every item because I feel I can share them with the world, and I can, hopefully give you more than just the object itself, give you a little bit of a appreciation for what it is. So yeah, have a read of that. I'm going to show you, then we go into the categories. I have items from all over the world. I'm interested in pieces from wherever they come from. I just love the stories of them. So we got some of these categories. So this is a subscribe. I'm going to say not for now, but if you want to hear from me, I am going to be doing newsletters soon. So you can just add your details in there and you'll get newsletters with the latest products, etc. But yeah, as you can see, I've got, I've got African, Chinese and Japanese there, British antiques, Islamic and Middle Eastern, European, decorative pieces, North and South American, India. I try and cover all bases, you see. I try and have pieces from all over the place. And then you've got Australasia and Pacific Oceans. Curated finds under £30. I got a dedicated area for people who don't want to spend too much money and just want nice little pieces, maybe as gifts, stuff like that. There's that section. Now I'll come on to that now. Over the last couple of weeks, I've added a lot of jewelry. I never had jewelry before. That's now something I am offering. I was picking up a lot of that over the summer, and I've now uploaded a lot of it. Paintings, architectural antiques and industrial advertising. And then you've got the different areas as well, mid-century. As you can see, I'm trying to make it easy for people to navigate. Furniture, wood carvings, folk art. Then here we are, some of the new selections. As you can see, it is heavily jewelry based at the moment, but we'll have a look at more of those products in a bit. And then we'll cover the blog as well. So I am trying to write more articles for people who are interested in the trade and learning more about particular items. And here we are, auctions. I'll come on to that. I've got a lot of stuff to talk about with auctions coming up. So shop the collection is the categories again, so I'll skip over that. We'll have a look at this new arrivals page. And let me know in the comments what you think about this website revamp, whether you like the navigation of it. Do you have any ideas around potentially how it could be easier to navigate? So here we go. So if you want to have a look at these, you click on them and it'll take you over. But these are all the new pieces I've uploaded. Say it is heavily jewelry based. If you watch my videos, you'll know that I'm not a jewelry dealer. I just had a lot that I uploaded in one go. So I thought if I'm going to have a jewelry section, I want it to be a lot of choice, not just a few items. So some nice scent bottles there. Silver is, I don't know if any of you have been watching the rise of silver, up to about £1.41 a gram at the moment, which is of course, telling you, I got these Armani silver rings. We thought they were napkin rings when I picked them up, but it turns out they're not. They're some sort of Armani style jewelry. But there we go. These are the type of things I'm buying. There is such a range. I've got the paperweights here. I got the the beautiful little French casket. This paperweight is a stunner. You would have seen that if you watched one of my videos recently when I picked it up. There's one that's sold. Things do actually go quite fast. Even on the website as well. Some people think that you don't on websites. So the only way to do that is through eBay, but that's not what I found. I think things are, you'd be surprised. There's another thing that's sold very fast. Interesting little smelling salt bottle. Some more jewelry and rings. Here's the articles and guides and articles section. I say I'm trying to write a few of these every week. But it's a bit of a mix there. You've got kind of longer articles about items I find, but also just general areas of how to identify. So we did Indian Dokra, we got Islamic metalware. There's a article about a lot of the things I've been finding out about auctions recently. There's an About Us section, which tells you a bit more about me and my journey, and some fantastic pictures of me. And then we got the valuation service. So it's £10. I'll do a valuation for you and gives you a good idea of what I can do with that. I just want to go through, get some items up. What should we go on? Let's just click on this one, the British. And I just want to show you what a typical listing will look like, but I want to find an interesting one to kind of show you. I mean, all these would have done, but for some reason I didn't want to pick up. Let's do this one. Most people know about Wedgwood. It's a little miniature one from the 1890s. So what I do is I'll try and do an introduction into the general subject, just in case anyone hasn't come there before. I want people to go to the website to learn as well, not just to buy, hoping that you can actually learn a little bit about the products. In fact, I think if someone wanted to learn about antiques, I feel like they could go to my website and learn a lot just by looking at all the different listings. So you got Wedgwood Jasperware, just a bit of an introduction into what that is, description of what the jug is, and just a little bit more the key sort of visual features of it. The condition, make sure that's clear so everyone, whoever's buying it, knows exactly what the condition is, and then just a little why you should buy. So just a little bit of a personalized message to sort of make people realize why this is a good product to have. So I do feel that, as I say, that's kind of, these are all the terms and conditions there and just general points of view. But I do feel that they give justice and really enhance and add to the antique rather than just put a picture on the screen and a one-word description. I really want people to appreciate what they're buying and get more from it. So there we go. There's a guided tour of the website. I hope I didn't rattle on too much. So just let me know what you think. Do you think it's a good revamp? And if it's intrigued you enough, please click the link in the description and head over to taliesinantiques.com and have an explore. And I hope you enjoy it. Well, if you got to this part in the video, then I want to thank you for staying on watching, and it probably means that you haven't just clicked on this video to see what the drama is all about or maybe laugh at my misfortune. You are appreciating what I'm doing and interested in the videos I'm making. So thank you so much for watching them. And I do want to say that, look, as I mentioned earlier on, I am going to carry on making the videos here. I do understand that YouTube is the most convenient place for a lot of people to watch them. And a lot of people don't want to potentially pay more money on added on things and all that sort of stuff, which is fair enough. But look, I will carry on putting them on here. The thing about YouTube is I have to look at other avenues because I'm a bit disgruntled with YouTube anyway before this even happened. If you go back to one of my videos I made about promotion, when I was talking about how the promote services work for eBay, YouTube, TikTok, all those channels, you'll probably understand that basically these days, to have any sort of good growth on these platforms, you do have to pay to promote your content or your products. And they've set it up deliberately that way. And they actually have things in place that if I was to pay for promotion to get more views and subscribers, if I decided to stop using that, it kind of makes sure that your videos after that point will perform worse than ever before, just to try and get you back into promoting again. And this is, I was reading up on a lot of different people's experiences online. Lots of, I think Reddit has a lot of posts about this. It's just how these platforms are set up now. They're making an absolute fortune out of creators and sellers paying for promotion. So it just means that the odds are stacked against anyone who doesn't want to do that. So there we go. That's where I am with YouTube anyway. But as I said, despite that, I will carry on making free videos for people to watch on YouTube, and anything I do on top for subscriptions or that will be something as an extra. So there we go. I've covered all that. Now, videos I have got coming up. I have got a video about a beautiful piece of Chinese Beijing enamel, which is already on my website, but I want to show the journey of how I discovered it. I actually discovered it on the channel at one of the fairs I went to, but it turned out to be an exceptional piece and high value. So I will talk to you about that. And in that video, I want to talk about other things I've been finding, share you the history and just some amazing pieces that I've been fortunate enough to come across. I've also done a good little house clearance, like a house visit recently, and picked up some lovely pieces there, which I've got a list. I'm just looking at a couple of them down here. I'll do a video on that. Edward from Antiques Arena and myself have got a video planned where we're going to go out buying, and we'll both do the video, which should be a lot of fun as well. And I've had a very interesting email from someone about the auction trade, and that is a video that is coming up soon. I'm doing an article about it, which will be published on my website in the near future, and then I'll follow up and put in a video. But that's going to be interesting. But that's it from me. Thank you so much for watching. Do appreciate it. And what should I make you aware of? I mean, it's the usual stuff. If you go to the description, there's links to my website, there's links to my social media pages where you can follow me, and other things. So rather than me list them off here, just have a look at that if you're interested. Thanks again for watching though, and I will see you again soon. All the best. Goodbye now.